Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Let's go. Somebody say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's go, everybody. Good to see everybody in the chat today. Good to see y'all, man. For real. Oh, yeah, my mic.
This guy got 4 fingers.
Hey, everybody pulling up today. Network. Hopefully, everybody's in here ready. Great, man. Already. It's already crazy. Mid-season grades. Y'all gave it up, man. We got already 6 games into the season. Man, crazy, right? Like, we've been begging for college football all this time, and now we got it, and it's already almost gone, man. We're talking about 7 games into the season. Alabama's currently 6-1, stepping into the not another ranked matchup, but another conference matchup this weekend at South Carolina. And we've already kind of done our breakdown. If you haven't seen the breakdown from the Coach Smook Network, make sure you go check out the VODs. We got some VODs posted. But get in, tap in. This here is a live segment, but it is also going to be posted as a VOD. So as you come in, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a share. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments, whether you're live or post live. And if you're in here live today, we probably won't have as many comments going across the screen for the next 25 minutes, but we will make sure that your comments are acknowledged. As a matter of fact, let me get over here to the dashboard and make sure that we got this set up, because we want to get this conversation started at the 8-minute mark, something like that. So let me get this set up real quick, and then we should be able to jump right into this show, man. Jump right into the show and make it happen. I love that Man, we're almost at 3.4K. I mean, 3.6K, y'all. 3.6K. We're almost there. Let me see what we got on here. All right, let's go here. Boom. Come on, go there. Go there. Click on this. And shout out to the 15 in the chat already on YouTube, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. Make sure you drop a like. You can drop a comment right now. I know we're not in our live interactive segment, but this is more so for a drop. I'm doing some mid-season grades. I haven't seen anybody doing it yet. They're waiting for the bye week, I guess. But this is truly the mid-season. We should have did it last week, but it was good to get one more game under our belts and see how these guys were performing, especially being at home against another conference opponent, a team where we took a loss last year, right? But now we come back and get a win. So we see a different level of focus from this team, and we see a different product being put on the field that's resulting in wins right now. And I can't wait to get into the conversation today. And I want you all to share your grades in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Urban Essence, DeMarco Brooks, Stanley. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. So let's just get into the show, man. Y'all ready to get into it? I'm ready to get into it. So let's get into it here on the Coach Smook Network. Somebody say it in the chat. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's go.
You talking about Jalen Miro and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
All right, everybody. I want to get into it. Jump right into it. This week on this show, we've talked about our preparation for South Carolina already. If you haven't seen it, go check out the live from Tuesday. And also, if you haven't seen our breakdown from Tennessee, close out of Tennessee, that's on the Monday live. And we also have VODs posted. So make sure you go to the Coach Smook YouTube page at Coach Smook. You'll see the Coach Smook Network there and check it out. And you'll see all the breakdowns from this previous week's game and this show, the prep for South Carolina game. But we will also do South Carolina prep on Friday morning. We will do our final breakdown, and Friday evening we'll have the college football calling show where everybody, any college football fan from across the country, no matter who your team is, you don't have to be a Bama fan to call in or participate in this chat ever. But Friday nights is particularly just for us to talk all of college football, right? All of college football. So today on the Smook Scoop, we're going to grade them out. Let's talk about our evaluations. Let's start on the offensive side. I've been purposely not talking about the defense first. I've been purposely talking about the defense first because we've had so much excitement around the offense, and I kind of just get tired of everybody repeating the same thing I said a year ago when I said we would start turning the curve with this offense. So I'll just go into it saying this with our offense. I'm going to give our overall offensive grade today, and the grade that I gave the offense thus far this season, that's even with the game against Florida State, the loss against Florida State, and I'm telling you right now, Alabama's offense to me is performing at an A- level. Oh no, I put A. I'm sorry. The offense is at an A. I give the offense an A1 because I think in all the games, even the loss against Florida State, I think we've performed at an A- clip. Offensive line is to their lowest grade this season to me has been a B+. And it has gotten better every week. And if we've been playing at the B+ clip and we've been able to go and run off 5-6 games in a row now where we've controlled the time of possession, we've committed the fewest turnovers in the SEC as an offense. We've had the highest red zone efficiency in the SEC as an offense. You have the least amount of total sacks given up in the SEC. For us to be struggling so bad on the offensive line and people complaining about certain personnel being on the field, I think this team, for all the offensive rankings and the stats that we're producing, this is an A- effort, and we're only halfway through the season. And this is around the time where you find your identity and players start to get better, just naturally getting more reps. So I gave the offense an A overall. let's get into it and break it down a little bit more. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the O-line. Why does the O-line grade out at an A for me? I think the O-line really is the catalyst, and they're the reflection of what this offense is. I look at the way that they're used in versatile sets. We talked about this last week. I just spoke with Jason last night. Jason from Hall of Fame College Football. And the conversation was him as an Oklahoma analyst or somebody that does coverage for Oklahoma, but also somebody that knows the game of football, played the game of football, has a lot of experience covering the game. There's just certain things and identity tendencies that you see over time. I'm privileged enough to have been on this earth for 35 years. I started really getting into football at the age of 8-9 years old. So I got about roughly 20 years of experience watching the game of football. From an athletic standpoint, from an athlete standpoint, is playing the game at a high level and a competitive level in high school, and then playing at the collegiate level, then playing some semi-pro in my later adult years, to coaching. Right, I've seen the game at different levels, in quite some different facets. So what I see from this offensive line, as you see, week 1 against Florida State, how many sacks did we give up? I'm gonna pull up the stats for us, and everybody likes to automatically put the sacks on the quarterback. I mean, on the offensive line. I mean, we've already talked about this. So total sacks given up this season, you're talking about 13 total sacks this season on 29 pressures in 7 games. So on average, 29 total pressures this season in 7 games. So on average, we're allowing our quarterback to be pressured 5 times a game, 4 times a game. He's getting pressured on, 55, average of 58.3 sacks. 58.3 snaps a game. And our quarterback, Ty Simpson, is only being pressured, 29 times out of those, four times a game, sometimes 3. He's taking a total of 13 sacks. We can count on both hands how many of those 13 sacks were on Ty. We could talk about the 3 that were in the Mizzou game. We could talk about the 2 in the Mizzou game, the 3 in the Vanderbilt game, the 1 in the Georgia game, and the 2 in the FSU game at the beginning of the season, where that was his first start on the road, not at a neutral site, on the road in hostile territory against a new scheme defense that he really didn't have no time to prepare for. Like, all of those things factor into why his game is transitioning, and this offense has progressed the way it has, and that starts with the offensive line. Ty Simpson was able to stay clean for the most part. 3 total sacks on 7 hurries in that first game. An average of 3.8 seconds from snap to release of the ball. That's how good he was protected that game. And we just kept building. Right now, the average time from snap to release of the ball for Ty Simpson is 4.73 seconds for the whole season. So when Ty's dropping back, we can expect this. Let's say 85% of the time Ty drops back, he has the opportunity to go through a 5-step drop every drop back. He has the opportunity to climb into that pocket that's being made for him, or evaded. There's lanes being created, and that's affecting the offense. So because of that, I say the offense gets an A. But not only that, let's stack it with this. What other offensive line in the country right now is rotating 8 guys, 7 guys every game in the middle of drives and not allowing more than 4 negative plays a game? Alabama right now is only averaging giving up 3 negative plays a game. Right? They're tackles for loss right now. Against Alabama, tackles for losses, you're talking about at a clip of 4.8 tackle for losses per game. So out of the 58.3 plays, 58.5, whatever number I just said, I don't have it on the script no more. But whatever that amount of snaps, you're only able to keep us behind the line of scrimmage an average of 4 or 5 times a game. I like the offense's averages when you look at it from a bigger picture. Not look at one impact play, maybe a third down that ended up in the negative. We wanted the first down, and it's the third quarter, and we're up by 9, and we want to extend the lead. Oh, our offense still can't. No. Looking at the bigger scope, look what we did in the first half. 5 for 5 on third down conversions. The third highest third down conversion rate in the SEC. Top 20 in the country right now for Alabama. That is a direct reflection of your offensive line. That's why when guys like Christian Miller, and all respect to Christian Miller, former Alabama player, now has a podcast. I was in his stream last week, and he had some, a lot of the Fairweather fans go to these nice guys to coincide with their feelings, right, of how they think the team is performing. I just look at the film. If I look at the snaps and I only can find 3 plays where offensive lineman in the game, any offensive lineman, not the same one, but 2 or 3 plays where offensive lineman may be getting blown off the block against another first round talent across the field, I think that's just the nature of the averages. The what is it called? That's just how it falls. The law of averages. That's what it's called. I'm gonna win, but there's that one off where I might not win, and it might look bad. Has it been catastrophic for this team? I don't see but one loss on this record, and I think that one loss has nothing to do with the offensive line's performance. So for that reason, I'm going to give the offensive line an A. And Ray Parham comes in with the main thing that I wanted to try to avoid, because I knew I would get off in a rant about this. And pull the comment back up for me, Mary J. I gotta kill this narrative. I would give the O-line a B because the run game is flourishing like it should. A B. And I don't think the run game needs to be more than what it is right now for what this offense does. You have an identity with this team. We have an elite passing game. Our offensive line pass pro is elite. Our wide receivers are elite. Our running backs in the pass game are elite. Our tight ends in the pass game are elite. Versatile. Why slow that down trying to force a run game? Because fans want to see an explosive run game. I think this offensive run game is perfect for what you want to do with the offense. If you want to throw the ball 38, 40 times in a game because that's your philosophy and you want to utilize all your assets, I don't think you're able to do that if you have an explosive run game to where you're handing the ball off 35 times and every run is going for 7.8 yards per carry or 9 yards per carry. That's less touches for your wide receivers. That's less throws for your quarterback. So to be able to run this offensive run game, this scheme, and keep the play calling balance, you're talking about 3 games in a row where the difference between run snaps and pass snap is 7. As far as the leverage, you know how in NCAA and Madden you could say I want a 60-40 play call, a 60-40 run pass play calling system. Well, Alabama is basically 49-51 right now with the play calling, passing and running. So I wouldn't. You still should have 3 running backs available 50 yards each. Though, man, that's crazy. That's goofy to think that you're going to pass the ball, hand the ball off, and get every running back 10 carries for 5 yards. That's crazy. That's crazy. You're not going to get that. And if you look at the average yards per carry from each back, we're talking about every back 3.4 yards, 3.6, 3.9, 4.4. What is our target? Somebody in the chat that's been listening and not talking about what everybody else whining about. Somebody that's been listening and watching this formula play itself out and lead us to wins. Somebody tell me what the target number of yards per carry is for Alabama's running game in any phase of it. Inside zone, outside zone, counter, sweep, any type of run scheme. What is our target yard per carry average number? First person to get that in the chat, I got a surprise for you this weekend. Shout out to the Inquisitive Prince. He said, Roll Tide coach, I want to predict that the run game will break loose in the playoffs strongly. Facts. That's usually when it happens. 3.6. Hey, you right there. 3.8 to 4.1. So if I got one back that's got 20 carries and he's averaging 4.2 yards per carry, he's not out there. 20 carries, that's 80 yards on the season, but he's averaging 4.1 yards carry. You got another back out there that's right there behind him with 19 carries total for the season, and he's averaging 3.8. Then your lead back you know, in Kevin Riley, he's got the least averages because this is his first year having to be the bell cow with total carries. He's at a 3.3 clip, close to that average. First year starting, right? He's picking it up. Cam Miller comes in and ends up getting bell cow type carries. You see what the averages are right now. So I look at it and I say, okay, boom. We're right there where the philosophy is predicted to be. 3.4. We want anywhere from 3.8 to 4.1 yards per carry. That's what we want. That's what we want our averages to be. Now, some games we have fell below that average, but at the same time, when we fall below that average and we're at 89, 98 total yards per carry, we're at 300 plus yards passing. No turnovers. 78% third down conversion rate, 100% fourth down conversion rate. That's a potent offense. So I don't know what else you want from the run game. If we were like LSU, where we're running the ball and we're behind in games, shout out to all the gifts on TikTok too, man. I forgot that I had TikTok live. If we were falling behind and not able to steady the passing game or relieve the pass game with the run, that'd be a problem. But we've seen games where Ty Simpson has seen, and it's very few because he has so much time because of the offensive line and their blocking. We've seen games where Ty Simpson has had to hand the ball off and this O-line has gotten the right push to be able to carry drives. You don't get 12, 13 play drives, 14 play drives, 11 play drives without having a run game. So kill that narrative. Everybody's saying that we can't run the ball. Shut up. I don't care who you are. I don't care what platform you're on. You got a problem with it. My inbox, my DMs is open. I'm live. Anytime I'm live, ain't nobody blocked from my chat except for troll pages without doggone profile pictures. And I know y'all be watching because y'all be talking about me. Y'all chats be talking about me. The Christian Miller chat, they was talking about me. Piano Man chat, Kangaroo Black chat, everybody that keep yelling talking about we can't run the ball. Let's get on stream and have a conversation. Y'all doing all this sneak dissing and I'm just talking football and how y'all don't understand the game. And I'm disappointed in Christian Miller. Y'all can say what y'all want. I don't have no respect of person when it comes to talking the game of football. I don't care if you played it or not. Just because you played the game at a high level don't mean that you know the game of football. That means you took instructions very well and you were blessed with the God-given features and athletic ability to follow directions well, right? And execute like somebody told you. That don't mean you understood what you was doing. Just because you played the linebacker position or you played running back and you were taught how to be an elite running back don't mean you know the game of football. You know it from a running back standpoint, right? I like to look at this thing, not just from schematics. Look at the numbers. Data is there for a reason. Do you think they will be recording rushing yards per carry average if it didn't matter? If it only mattered how many total yards you got, they wouldn't care about how many times or how many yards average you get when you get the carry. And what's a production? How do running backs get their yards? Somebody has to be blocking for them. That's all I'm saying. Offensive line gets an A for me. Let's go to the next group. The next group I want to talk about, we talk about the offensive line. Let's talk about the guy that it affects directly, like from the snap to the next transition. And that's the quarterbacks. I give my quarterback Ty Simpson and this quarterback room with the garbage time that we've seen from Austin Mack and Keelan Russell against ULM, right? We saw Austin Mack. Did we see Austin Mack against Wisconsin? I can't remember. But just the production, the quality of quarterbacks we have, the names on roster put you at an A, right? As far as expectations. But to come out and to see Ty Simpson produce the way that he has, A+, Heisman front runner. I keep telling y'all, and I'm gonna keep saying this until that person shows up in the chat. You were right. I did not think Ty Simpson would be on a Heisman type of season. I thought he would have a solid 3K passing, 30 passing TDs, hand the ball off good to the stable and running backs, be balanced in passing. I knew he could distribute the ball around. I know he had the arm talent. I didn't know if the mental was there. He's had to experience some adversity in a lot of games this season, right? But the adversity doesn't last long. So now his season looks flawless and it looks effortless because of his mental and the way he's able to focus. But his preparation, his understanding. And that's a credit to Nick Sheridan being able to be right there in the quarterback room as the QB coach and co-offensive coordinator, having that cohesive and that chemistry, right, from last year carry over as Ty was the backup, having to be the guy on the sidelines, listening to all that conversation that they were trying to communicate to Jalen Monroe, some of the things that he wanted to see on the field transpire. He gets to act out those things and make up for those things. Compton, I appreciate you for tapping in over there on TikTok. Britt, Tony, appreciate y'all for the gifts. Turn up, man. And so I look at it and I say the quarterback, A+. He's the highlight of the offense, not the receivers, not the tight ends, not the running backs. It's the quarterback because of the offensive line. I won't spend too much time talking about Ty Simpson. Never doubted him. Just was waiting for him to click. A+ for Ty Simpson. Give me y'all grades for the quarterback. I'm gonna run some of them off. A+. Big homie says, A+ for the quarterback. What else? YouTube ain't send me no live notification. Bro, Ty. All right, man. You're here now, JP. Hey, welcome in. Exceeded my expectations. Facts. I think Ty has exceeded everyone's expectations. Patriots fans say he's playing Fortnite. Okay, good night. A for QB. Compton says A for the QB. Stanley says A. Valerie says A. What's keeping y'all from giving him an A+? What's keeping y'all from giving him an A+? Can I assume why y'all not giving him an A+? Let's start with number one. There's a narrative out here that Alabama's offense can't score in the second half. I want to debunk that narrative. Anytime Alabama's offense hasn't scored in the second half, my fault. Did I say first half or second half? There's this narrative out there Alabama can't score in the second half. I said second half. Anytime Alabama's defense has held a team to 7 points or less, this offense has either matched or controlled. They have either matched the scoring or controlled the time of possession, meaning they're limiting the other team's offensive scoring opportunities. The way you do that is by extending drives. Your defense isn't out there for, last game, I believe Tennessee game. No, Missouri. Missouri game was the first game of the season. First game of the season where the defense was on the field for more snaps than the offense. It's quarterback play, ball control, understanding the moment, being able to control the ball, see the defense, make the right decisions in those tight moments, those big moments where we need conversions. That's all fueled by your quarterback play, not just by your defense being effective, not because your run game is, your quarterback has to see it and be able to make those adjustments when you can't communicate that to him from the sideline. So I give Ty Simpson an A+. It was some plays he missed early at Florida State. Now you see him taking those shots. Underthrew Lacier Brooks this past game, but I don't think he's going to miss Lacier Brooks streaking in the open field. He won't miss that anymore. I think he started against Florida State and even against Georgia. Even against Georgia, he missed out on one. So I don't think he's going to miss out on those opportunities for sure. A, not A+ just yet. The other J says, okay. Sully says A+ for the QB. Getting rid of the ball. Okay, yeah, I can get you on that. A+, I will take that ding, but it's not getting to the point where it's 7-8 times he's not getting rid of the ball. 2 times a game, once each half, maybe 2 in the second half when you're up by 2 scores. I could see it, trying to maintain the momentum, create a big play, capitalize, heartbreaker type move or play. I get it. So I'm not going to beat him up too much for that. What's good, Smook? What's good, Adrian? Good to see you, man. Adrian, I'm going to make an announcement at the end of the show. Hopefully you stick around. It got to do with the community tournament. Well, I'll make a short announcement right now since we're live. We have NCAA tournament kicking off next week starting Tuesday. Community tournament. We're not sure if we're going to do a buy-in and pot, but if you want to, I think the buy-in is going to be $10. We'll send it to the winner will get a cash prize, and that'll be our first NCAA community tournament. So y'all tap in. All the rules will be explained in a different segment or type of live situation, but y'all tap in, man. I just want to make sure, and it's going to be for content. So come in with the energy, ready to play and be competitive. I give it an A. Haven't really seen Ty deep ball. I know that's not his game. He likes the 15 to 25 yard throws. Plus, nobody is perfect, right? But B, can I ask you this? What deep ball are we looking for? Because we've seen 4 plays go for four of his touchdown passes go for 30+ yard touchdown passes. So what type of deep balls? And those have come off of corner routes, posts, over crossers, deep crossers, over routes. All of those we've seen that. We've seen him throw the fade route. Ryan Williams got held on the bad one on the perfect throw. And that was like a 45-yard pass if he catches that and is able to take it to the house. So I ask you this: are we looking for him to force deep throws that aren't there? Because nobody's trying to give up the deep ball for us, and when we do have it, he's taking advantage of it. Turnovers creeping up may not all be his fault, but we got to watch those fumbles. Solid A though, and he's the leader. We need turnovers. We're talking about 7 games and a total of 2 interceptions this season, 2 fumbles, 7 games. I don't know, man. 2 interceptions. I'm not mad at my quarterback right now. Let me double check that because it might be 3 interceptions. I may have missed one. Team, offense, player stats. Ty Simpson. Hey, Ty only has 1 interception this season, chat. I lied. 1 interception and 3 fumbles. See? That's what I'm saying. That I don't see how the turnovers creeping up. We're talking about like a quarterback turnovers, a fumble by that fumble. 2 of those could have been questionable. Florida State game, did he fumble? I can't remember all his turnovers because they're that far and few. I don't know, man. I don't think I can agree with that one. Jay, that first part of your statement, I don't think I can agree with that. I can't wait for the tournament you talking about. I'm claiming it. I'm winning it. All gold dollars. A for Ty. Facts. All right, let's go to the next group. It's one interception, 1 fumble, and 1 incomplete pass that was ruled a fumble. Facts, Dylan. That's what I'm saying. 1 interception and 3 fumbles. That's what I remember. So yeah, let's go to the next group. Let's talk about the guys that are recipients of this great quarterback play. Let's talk about the wide receivers. I got my wide receivers at an A-, and they're at an A-1 because the big drops in week 1, that's first game jitters. I'm a wide receiver, so I'm not gonna be as harsh on them today. Y'all know I be hard on my wide receivers and the receiving core as a whole. But hey, Megan, good to see you, sis. Hope you're doing well. I'm mad at you. Hold on, let me boo her. Let's boo Megan real quick, chat. Hold on, let me boo Megan because we family, right? And we asked you to check in. I asked you to check in with me, sister. And I need you to do that because we love you and we want to make sure everything's good with you. And we glad that you showing up today, but we love you. And I'm glad to see that you in the chat showing love. Y'all show us making some love, y'all. Pray for our family. All right, wide receivers, A-. 6 drops week 1. All by wide receiver 1. Or the proclaimed wide receiver 1 that everybody wanted to be wide receiver 1. What I think is the reason why this team is getting better because they made a note of that and everybody started to challenge themselves. Josh Cuevas had 2 big drops that game. Haven't seen a big drop from him. An uncontested drop. Let's say uncontested drops now. Let's go to uncontested drops, right? Haven't seen an uncontested drop from Josh Cuevas since week 1. Haven't seen uncontested drop from Latair Brooks since that ULM game. Georgia game. Just the drops have been something that I've seen a focus on. You see receivers looking the ball into their hands. You see the physicality after the catch. But I think my wide receivers get the plus for the drops is they've been very effective in blocking on the perimeter, blocking downfield, doing the dirty work in the run game. That's why I love my receivers, and that's why they get an A-. Let me go to the tight ends. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the wide receivers. Tight ends. Yeah, a lot of people, they're the unsung heroes to me. They're the guys that don't get as much love because they don't get a lot of target numbers, but they're A- too. I look at the tight ends, just as effective in the pass game, just as effective in run game. We see the tight ends being utilized in so many different spots on the field that we don't realize how important they are. A lot of those screens that are breaking downfield, a lot of those RPO reads that's breaking downfield are due to the tight ends getting their big bodies out in their athletic frames out in space and getting a hat on those linebackers, those safeties, those corners that's out in space, and then helping in pass pro. When you see our tight ends in 6-man pass pro or 7-man max pass pro, they are helping. They are not getting whooped. Danny Lewis has came on the scene and showcased that he could be a specimen and assert his physicality in the pass pro and in run blocking. So I get the tight ends at A-. Let's jump to the running back room and that's going to close out our offense. And then we're going to go into an infomercial break. Then we'll come back and talk about our defense. All right. We'll talk about our defense. We'll do Alabama's defense. I have the grade over here already set up for Alabama's defense. And then we'll do the D line, linebackers, cornerbacks, and safeties. All right. D-line, linebackers, cornerbacks, and safeties. All right, let's do it like this. We'll do defensive line, interior linebackers, ILB. We'll do outside linebackers, Wolf, right? Hashtag Wolf. Then we'll do cornerbacks, and then we'll do safeties. All right, we'll do it like that. So running back grades. I gave my running backs a B minus. If I had to pick a weak point of the defense of the offense, I'm sorry. If I had to pick a weak point of the offense, it's going to be the running back room, and it has nothing to do with their running game. I think it's the inconsistency outside of Jam Miller and pass pro. That's why I have to ding them a lot. But the fact that they're learning, and I see guys getting better with reps. Every rep that they get, you're getting confident in guys like Kevin Riley, who's smaller in frame, stepping up in pass pro. You see Daniel Hill being a lot more assertive with his frame, attacking the gap and making his frame a lot more aggressive in nature and seem bigger than what it is as far as protecting the quarterback in pass pro. Now, some of the positives, and that's the only thing I have on the running backs, is not their lack of patience in the run game. I don't expect Daniel Hill and Kevin Riley to be able to see the holes as cleanly as Richard Young and Jam Miller and Dre Washington. They just haven't had the amount of reps. So for them to grow in the games like they have been doing, and to see them continue to mature and progress, that's a positive. And at the midpoint of the season where you have that, you have to take that, not with a grain of salt, but you got to take that for the weight that it is. Because now if Jam Miller is not 100% healthy, you know that you got a committee of backs that you can rely on. There are skill sets available. And if you can't do nothing else, the strength of your team is passing. The running backs have been so effective in the passing game. Let me show y'all the passing stats for, not show y'all. Let me tell y'all the passing stats for the season for the offense. Let me see. And this is total receptions and yards for the season. All right. The running backs, Kevin Riley currently has 16 receptions for 139 yards and 1 touchdown. A 27-yard reception was his longest. You have Daniel Hill with 6 receptions for 29 yards. You have Jam Miller, who's been limited, right? He's only played 3 games this season. 4 receptions with 9. He has 9 receptions for 57 yards, and Daniel Hill had 4 for 29. And Daniel Hill has that touchdown. Y'all remember his touchdown catch. And then we talk about the other running backs, man, unsung hero. You know, just guys getting targets because of the offensive play calling and the running backs being utilized in the passing game. Y'all remember when MJ Chirwin came in that game and got his first touchdown of the season from Keelan Russell? Yeah, man, that's a running back. Dre Washington has been effective with his reps in the pass game. So the running backs have been effective. They've been impactful in the passing game, but they have to get better in the pass pro, more consistent. And then now we need to see, instead of those 2 explosives that we've been averaging a game, we need to amp that up to 4. Coach Grubb said if we can get our team to get those break yards of 10 plus yards, 3 to 5 times a game. So I said 4 to make it a even number. If you get 4 of those, 1 a quarter, those big runs, now we're talking about a dangerous, an elite offense, but a dangerous running back room. That's what we're talking about here. So those are my grades for the offense. That's why the offense will average out to an A in my book. When I look at it, I say the Alabama offense is an A. Alabama's O-line being at an A. The quarterback play is at an A plus for me. Wide receivers at an A minus. The running backs at a B minus, and the tight ends at an A minus. So that averages out to roughly an A minus when you grade it out, depending on if you gave them 89s or 90s for their A minuses. But with that being said, y'all, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to grade out the defense and the coaching staff to close out the show, to close out the segment. I hope y'all are having fun and enjoying the segment and enjoying the talk here. And remember, man, just in the chat, man, continue to type, comment, let me know. Give me some of your MVPs. We need a offensive MVP to vote on at the end of the show, or to announce at the end of the show, and a defensive MVP to announce at the end of the show. So start right now. Mary J, starring the names of the players, offensive MVPs. As a matter of fact, only right now, before y'all do that, offensive MVPs only. If you want to
go ahead and cast your vote for offensive MVP. Put offensive MVP, and then when we get done talking defense, as we close out that conversation, y'all will run up the defensive numbers. All right, y'all. We'll be right back after this message. Remember, put me in the game, coach. This is how you get in the game. Join the family.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
All right, y'all, let's get back into it. Somebody say, put me in the game, coach. All right, y'all. So now let's talk this Alabama defense, man. This has been a whirlwind of a season. Week 1, we thought, oh man, a lot of y'all thought that this was going to be a debacle of a season, right? A crap show of a season for the defense. And we had reason to believe that lack of effort week 1 is definitely something to frown upon. But since that game, this defense has performed at a high level. Now, the reason why you're seeing the grade that I'm giving the grade for our defense is because I didn't want to reveal it yet, Mary J. A B-. We're giving the total defense as a B-, and we're talking Alabama midseason grades. If you're just tapping in, don't forget to run the likes up. Also share the stream. We're live. If you're tapping in post live, drop a comment. Let me know where you watch this segment from. Here, talking midseason grades for the Alabama Crimson Tide, breaking down the groups, different position groups on both sides of the ball, and grading them out based off of our evaluation here at the Coach Smook Network. Thank y'all for tapping in, and thank y'all for the 25 likes on the stream. I just saw that we got our 25th like here tapping in, so I appreciate y'all for that. And let's get into it. Alabama midseason grades defense. We're going to start with the total defensive grade, and I'll give y'all a synopsis of why I'm giving the defense a B-. When I say a B-, I talk about the effort that they showed against FSU. Now, I'm not holding them to that, but I know what we look like at our worst. And that defense at its worst could win games in the conference right now. As bad as it looked, and I know this sounds crazy, as bad as it looked, we've seen some offenses in the conference truly struggle. We've seen some offenses on our schedule struggle. And if we had some of the lack of execution that we saw against Florida State, against the likes of Georgia, I think we're still in that game. We have some lack of execution against, I wouldn't say Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt would have been a tough game. Mizzou, Missouri, the way they played that game, if we would have played Florida State effort on defense against Mizzou, we win those games, but it's not like we have one. So I give the defense a B- because that D effort, that F effort that they showed up and played like, they haven't shown that. We're seeing them grow and all the adjustments be made as the weeks go by. Week 2, week 3, week 4, we saw issues with safety run fits, right? We're seeing the adjustments made to put guys in pre-snap, in position pre-snap, to keep them from having to travel so much pre-snap in cadence to make a play. And you're seeing the aggressiveness start to be assertive. They're being assertive in their aggressive nature because I truly believe that guys are just truly understanding what's being asked of them. You see it happening on the offensive side at a quicker rate because it's offense. Guys have an opportunity to be in some individualized positions more often than none. On defense, it's about flowing together. And I think that's what this group of guys is doing. Keon Sapp spoke on something yesterday on an interview, and he was speaking to the fact that the defense is starting to understand that nobody has to be the Superman for them to look great. When guys make big plays, it's because you did your job and forced that play to them, and that was their opportunity. They took advantage of it. If you do your job on this defense, right, and that's for any defense, but particularly in Kane Warmick's scheme, it's a flow style defense. Nobody should ever be on the island to the point where if you're by yourself, it's not because you weren't supposed to be. It's by design. We're trusting you. But if you're in position, you're going to have help. All you have to do is do your job. And that's what we see from this defense. The overall grade for production, the stats aren't the best. They aren't the most dominant. But I look at our averages, and I keep telling you, everybody wants to watch numbers. Everybody's saying we can't stop the run. Look at our run game. Georgia is the only team to break over 200 yards, 200 plus, and have that many explosive runs against us. And we know where that issue came from, and we've seen that issue fixed as far as personnel. But containing the run game, one of your best yard per carry averages against this defense right now is 3.1. Georgia's giving up a 3.9. We just talked about South Carolina giving up a 4.1. You look at Missouri there, everybody's raving about Missouri's defense. Oklahoma defense right there at a 2.8. So if Alabama is only 3.1 yards per carry average and Oklahoma's at 2.8, and we know what their defense looks like, we can admit that Oklahoma probably has the most complete defense in the conference right now. What does that say about our defense? We're not half bad. And for that reason, because I could tell we're not half bad right now at this point, if we're performing like this as a B- clip, that's dangerous. If we're going to keep getting better, that's dangerous for the rest of the league. B-. Let's start with the D-line, where it all starts for me in the trenches. Alabama's D-line, I grade them out as a B+. Week 1, we saw flashes, but we also saw personnel out there that were playing their first real snaps ever in their career. And when I talk about D-line, I'm talking about the bandit position where LT Overton, Kelby Collins, Keon Keeley are rotating that right now. We see James Smith on that defensive front. We see Tim Keenan, London Simmons, Asaya Fega, Edric Hill, Jordan Renard. That group of guys rotating right now in the front is dangerous, and they're getting better week in and week out. I can't wait for them to unleash Steve Bowler. I think he's just learning the game of football still. He's a process. He's a developmental process. He's very disruptive, though. We get into one of those power run games, I wouldn't be surprised for them to throw him out there. But London Simmons has been the spark for that group. They've continued to get a solid push. The pressures have been dialed up. You went from averaging, 6.3 pressures a game to now you're averaging 11 pressures a game, 4 sacks last game against Tennessee. And then you step into going into a week against South Carolina, a team that offensive line struggles, giving up the most sacks in the league this season, in the bottom half of the country statistically as far as offensive production. Run game is struggling. This is a perfect week for that D-line to pad that grade and get past that B+ clip. B, go back, Mary J. Took it off too quick. B, the password, I guess he's back. The pass rush has to get better and more. Get Ray out of here. Get better how, man? Are you not? What does get better mean? What do you all mean by get better? I want to open the phone lines, but at the same time, I don't. What do y'all mean by get better? I feel like get better is if we were getting 0 sacks week 1 and we just ended the game getting 4 sacks, right? And what, 3 total missed tackles behind the line of scrimmage, right? 3 missed tackles behind the line of scrimmage, 2 on the running back, 1 on the quarterback. Missed tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 6 total missed tackles for the game. 4 of them in the fourth quarter. What do we mean by get better? I get a D-line a B+. The push is there. The run game, be able to contain the run game the way they were last week against Tennessee and keeping them, making them make the right decisions in the pass game is what won that game for us and allowed the defense to flourish. Also, them creating those gaps, opening up those gaps for the linebackers to attack has been a lot more effective. You see guys shooting gaps up front and forcing offensive linemen to reach, open up gaps. Linebackers are filling with some aggression and is resulting in some quality run defense production, right? Remember the stat, 2.9 yards per carry is what we're holding offensive other teams' opposing run games to outside of the explosives. Explosive runs are considered runs of 20 yards or more. Alabama has given up the most explosive runs this season, right? But we have one of the fewer rushing attempts against our squad. Let me tell you why. Because usually what happens is when you can't get that explosive run against us, you're not able to run the ball at all against us. And then you're in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 14 when you can't run the ball against us. You might get 5 out of your 20 snaps in the game. You might get 5 explosive runs. You better hope you score on those 5, because what we're showing is out of those 5 explosive runs, them 5 out of the 25 or 30 that you get, or the 30 that you get, you're not able to do anything else outside of those 5. So if you're not scoring on those, you're really not hurting us. You're allowing us an opportunity to adjust. We make adjustments and we don't see those explosives no more. So I think the D-line is doing great. Next up, Alabama inside linebacker room. That's Nakai Hill-Green, Justin Jefferson, Deontay Lawson. I'm so proud of this group. This is the group that we needed to step up the most coming into the season. Last season, I think we were grading this group out at like a C-. This group was bad in this defense last year because it was just so new to them, trying to communicate, trying to lead, trying to get guys set up. But this year, after that Florida State game, and I'm going to keep making this point, after that Florida State game, the wake-up call, getting punched in the mouth. Deontay Lawson wasn't looking healthy that game. Still, to me, just got healthy the Georgia game. Just got 100% the Georgia game. But week in, week out, the more opportunities we saw Nakai Hill-Green get, the more reps we got Justin Jefferson with. Mind you, he didn't play heavy reps last year. This is his 3rd season at Bama. This is his first time being able to play and get loose and get a feel for the game, the speed of the game. So the inside linebacker room, for that reason, gets a B+ from me. Less missed tackles. We see more sure tackling. We see more aggression on the goal line. I know Tennessee scored on the goal line on the run, but if you look at Nakai Hill-Green fighting off a defensive lineman, hanging on to him, and him making contact with the running back and holding on to his leg, and that running back had to make a 3-4 extra effort to get in the end zone. He got a lineman hanging on his back, offensive lineman hanging on his back all this other way, and he's holding on. Enough time for other guys to get there and try to support, but unfortunately, it ended up in a score. But that's the type of assertiveness you want to see. Deontay Lawson, everywhere on the field. Justin Jefferson in pass coverage, blitzing, sure tackling in open field has been the biggest improvement for this group. I give them a B. Let's go to the safeties. I'm gonna say let's go to the outside linebacker room. Hold on. Let me get that. It's not supposed to be a tick. Let me get the outside linebackers. This is the wolf position. Outside linebackers, #wolf. All right. As we know, Quay Rousseau went down. Ja Latham went down. Those are your 2 veteran guys that have the experience that can give you that production. Now, Ja, to me, this is going to be a transition year for him, trying to get and use that frame to be as versatile as Quay and Yanzi were. But I think he was being very effective with his limited reps. He got hurt Florida State game as soon as he couldn't even get back. So missing him, we really didn't get to see his impact. So we had a young group coming out. Yanzi Pierre is that dude. He has shown up every big game, even against Georgia, man. His struggles, he grew every play. Go watch the game. Justin Hill is growing. Noah Carter, 24. Pay attention. 24 has been getting out there a lot. And I see why. They like him dropping back in coverage. They like 24 being able to decide what type of edge containment technique he needs to utilize. They like him coming off the edge and getting those hands up and making that pass and that drop off to the flare route or the swing route out the backfield, making it difficult. But production wise, Yanzi Pierre you can't help but love what he's doing. And then when LT Overton gets Wolf reps, the outside linebacker room at Alabama is just looking great. It's looking great. You're looking at the future of it. Yanzi Pierre has another year. Justin Hill has another year. No Carter has another year. You got more freshmen coming in that are going to come in with that pop. Duke Johnson, if he mess around and get some size on him, move him out there back to that edge rushing room to create another athletic frame on the edge. Like, we have so much talent in that room, and they're young. That is the only group on the defensive side that got anywhere close to A for me. Because y'all going to see another grade in here. It's close to an A, but they're right at the bottom of this B+, and that's the safeties. Let me go to the safeties. I look at the Alabama safety room. Robber technique, lab work every week. You could tell they putting it in. They are so aggressive with the robber technique. They are so aggressive in how they utilize it. They want to bait you so bad, and that gets them in trouble sometimes. Also, early season run fits for about the first 4 weeks. We saw our safeties struggling with run fits, helping in the 4-2-5. There's no secret. If you're going to play safety in this scheme, you have to be able to run support on the interior, over the guards, in the box. You have to be able to run support. We saw guys not trusting the flow and trying to jump gaps or play around gaps, and it created big open spaces or open holes for explosive runs. We haven't seen that of late. The last 3 weeks, the defense has been able to make adjustments. I am cool with the one-offs. Everybody that thinks you're just going to go in and play against other top-tier talent where they're scattered with 4-star, 5-star talent or former or veteran presence that have gotten reps in different programs at different at the collegiate level, and thinking that you're going to go out there and just shut quality coaching down or competent coaches down with these assets, you're a fool. Simple as that. Now, when you're missing tackles, when you have the opportunity and you're missing tackles, now you can say something. But when you're thinking that it's like just going to be shut down, it's not happening in this day and age. So I look at the safety play. I give them the B+ because, one, in coverage, we have not seen many broken coverages against our safeties. Bray Hubbard got maybe one where he was being aggressive attacking the ball and it tipped maybe an inch over, he right over his hands, that type of thing. You know, being aggressive playing on the ball and missing, that's not getting beat. You know what's happening. You're in the spot. You just misplayed it. Our safeties are probably the most consistent thing in our secondary and have taken away looks because of their IQ and some of the weaknesses in our cornerback room. I think the safety rooms have saved us, and that's why I give them a B+. And they're going to get better. Sab is going to be a first-round talent. Bray Hubbard is playing his way into first-round type of talks as far as one of the best safeties in the country. Sab may go in the second round, but he's a first-round talent. All right. Rounding it out, the safeties. We talk about the safeties B+. Let's go to the cornerbacks. This is in the segment right here. The cornerbacks, man. I think the cornerbacks right now are performing at a C+, and I gave them a C+ only because we finally saw personnel change the last 2 games when Damani Jackson, Deshaun Jones were struggling. We finally see some personnel, and I see the quality of production that's coming off the bench and replacing these guys. It started with Dijon Lee in his moment, growing up through that first game against Florida State. Then you saw Red Morgan come in this past week or the past 3 weeks, and even though he hasn't been able to make the impact plays, he's taking away those reads that Deshaun Jones is giving up. My gripe with the secondary is literally that the personnel. I don't think is what they're being taught, because when you see guys like Xavier Brown who may have had bad perimeter containment or edge containment, keeping his outside leverage, maintaining outside leverage on run game to the boundary, right? Guys that struggle with that, we saw an immediate fix the next week from all but one position, and that was Damani Jackson. So I know it's not what the coaches are teaching, it's the players not doing what they've been taught. So we need to see a lot more consistency from our corners. This, to me, was probably the group that I was the most confident in, especially when we went and brought in Cam Calhoun. I'm going to keep saying it. I might say it every show, and y'all might get tired of me saying it, but Cam Calhoun is a asset and a skill set that we need to see utilized in this defense if we want to see better production from our quarterback room. I love the fact that Coach Womack allows them, you know, in this 3-match type of base call system where they're matching and, you know, and passing off crossers, or giving them the ability to utilize their IQ to read the defense and see when they need to pass off and drop drop back into their depths. I like that we're doing that and being comfortable with that. So I agree with it. And it's going to be one of those things, y'all. And I like the players. No bitch. I like when like the people that be like, if he was good enough, he will be playing. And these are the same people that said Ty Simpson is better than Jalen Milroe. Big Frank, you're the guy that I'm talking to. Once you pop in the chat and watch this, I know you'll see it. Leave a comment. I like Damani and Z. Just play, man. Let they skill play. I don't know. I don't trust Damani and man either. He struggled with Brazil last game. Matthews routed him up. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of bad things showing up for Damani for me. All right. Offensive MVPs. Go ahead and start putting them in the chat. I mean, defensive MVPs, and then we'll name our CB. B has got to be better in coverage and has to take advantage of opportunities. Needs some more of Cam Calhoun. Facts. And I wonder. I was looking at the game. A lot of those passes that Aguilar was able to complete, we were playing a lot of soft cover 3. And I know y'all want to call it cover 4 sometimes when y'all see both safeties dropping the half. But if y'all pay attention, one of those corners is basically playing like a soft flat that's really cover 6, like a drop 6, where you got a deep third with one of your corners, which is usually to the boundary or to the weak side of the formation in a 10 personnel, 11 personnel set. You got one of your corners playing your weak side corner playing match 3, backside 3 playing deep third, and then you got everything rolling to the strong side from that weak side. Just kind of a confusing thing for the quarterback. So yeah, let me see. Corners B, actually for me, we are keeping QB looking bad when they play us. Just need to give better effort in the run game. Facts. I think in coverage we're decent. I think we're consistent and we're getting better week in, week out as people test us. They're going to get us underneath. We're not giving up anything deep is the main thing. When I see deep balls in the air, I get excited against our defense because I feel like that's something that the quarterback might not have seen. That's something that he might not have seen. All right, defensive MVPs in the chat. We got Bray Hubbard in the chat for MVP. We got Justin Jefferson. He put Jordan Jefferson. That man's name is Justin. Come on, man. LT Overton, he has improved immensely from last year. Okay. All 3 names, all 3 names mentioned are solid. Defensive MVP running up in the chat. And then those are our midseason grades, man. Those are our midseason grades. Offense, overall A. Defense, I'm gonna get a defense overall B-. A B-. And then for our overall team grade, Alabama as a team to this point is an A-. The staff, I get a staff of A. To go through what we went through last year, personalities, schematic changes, staying on top of recruiting, doing all this. When I look at the staff and what they're able to do both on and off the field, the recruits that we have visiting during these big games, the performance, the way that they court these players, the way that they show them a good time on those big games, the recruits, and then for the players to be a part of and believe in these schemes and philosophies, this staff is an A. You have a staff scattered with nothing but coordinators and former head coaches. You should be at this clip. So I like the staff at an A. And with the matchups that we have lined up, I know they're all ranked, but I look at it schematically. LSU is I don't think they come in with the answers. We got a bye week before them. You're giving this staff another bye week. This game is going to be crazy, man. This game is going to be crazy. LSU, you're on the clock after this South Carolina game. I don't think they want to see this staff after a bye week. So that's my midseason grades for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that midseason grade segment. And then we're going to get out of here. I'm going to do some comments real quick, and then we'll close the show out. All right. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Let's jump into it, man. Let's get out of here.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like,
Let's go, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in once again. Y'all already know it's always fun hanging with my AAA family. Y'all always come in with the vibes. We always do our thug thizzle, you know what I'm saying? And we make it happen. We make it do what it do. So, any grades y'all don't agree with? I said A- for the offense, A+. A for my O-line, A+ for my QB room. Running backs had a B-, right? B-. They haven't been atrocious, haven't caused us to lose. They have been able to run the ball contrary to popular belief because of the offensive line. Tight ends, wide receivers, both grading out as an A-. Then on the defensive side, we got the D-line with a B+, D-line. Inside linebacker room, B. A for my outside linebacker room, right? Cornerbacks, C-. I'm gonna get the cornerbacks a C-. I can't even lie. Cornerbacks get a C-. Safeties get a B-. B+. I'm sorry. And I think that inside linebacker room was a B-, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at that banner one more time. Inside linebackers was a B. Cornerbacks was a C+. Alabama safeties was a B+. The outside linebacker room was an A-, and the D-line was a B+. So overall grades, overall team grade, A-. Alabama's looking good, poised for a strong finish to close out this season and to make a playoff push. Offensive MVP, Ty Simpson. Defense, Pierre Bray. I like those. Oklahoma is the game. Facts, Walter. Offensive MVP is Ty. He's the one calling and controlling and delivering the offense. I wouldn't say calling it, but he's definitely doing his job, Jay Penny. I give us a B+ so far. I still need to see DeBoer win against lesser talent. I think this game is also an identity game. Can we be consistent against inferior teams? You don't think we were consistent against ULM and Wisconsin? You don't think they showed up and played the same brand of ball both of those games or played better? I don't think right now, I don't think it matters who we play. This team's getting better and better every week. Every phase of the game is getting better. The weaknesses that we saw from last week aren't showing up the next week. So I get what you're saying, but I think that's just the wrong way to say it. JPZ, he was playing soft a lot. I've seen cornerbacks get cooked. I trust him to use his technique, but he's too aggressive as a cornerback. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just because a wide receiver get a catch don't mean he's cooked though. Facts, B-Rob. Tell him. Sometimes you allow what to happen in front of you to happen in front of you for a reason. You're making sure tackles, you're coming up, you're breaking on it. They're not getting yards after catch. Average against Alabama is number 4 in the conference, right? 7.6 yards per carry, yards after catch average against Alabama. You know what South Carolina is giving up right now? 12.9. 12.9. Ty Simpson Ty Simpson don't mind giving the ball out to his wide receivers quick. I just want y'all to put things in perspective when you're trying to evaluate Alabama's team and you're trying to evaluate your team. Go compare it to what the rest of the league is doing, not what these people that get on these channels and tell you like there's the problem because it's not to their liking. Look at the numbers. A lot of stuff doesn't happen the way I want to, but when I look at the numbers and I say, okay, I'm a coach, I'm thinking from what this team needs to do to win, I like it. That's what I like. I like to win. I like to win at the end of the day. Our defense is more motivated and focused this season than last, 100%. He wasn't talking about Jackson and man, Smook. Nah, he been getting cooked at man. Oh yeah, he been getting cooked back. They're playing they're playing the folks in the mirror, and that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. So if y'all enjoyed that segment, continue to run the likes up on the stream. If you're jumping in post live, thank you for tapping in post live and giving us an opportunity to entertain you with our thoughts. And shout out to all of the sponsors and the partners here on the Coach Smook Network. Thank y'all for being who y'all are to us. Shout out to the AAA family for supporting, man. Y'all do it big every freaking live stream, hitting these goals. We had 31 likes on the stream on YouTube. And then we also got everybody coming in. My guy Eddie on TikTok says the team MVP is the black hoodie, man. Yes, sir. Give it up, man. That's real. LT for defense, and then offense is Ty. D-line, my guy said, black screen says, defense got to be at least a B+. No, I don't know. They got some things to be consistent on. The last 3 weeks, they've definitely gotten better from that C- where I had them, the C where I had them. They definitely getting better. And yeah, they definitely getting better though. I gave them a B-. I gave them a B-. Got to see that secondary step up because last year the secondary was a strong point for our defense, and they're not giving us that same affect. They're doing it in the pass game. I think in the pass game, we're solid defensively. It's the run game. We need to see a lot more consistency. Let's keep them explosives. Let's have a game where we don't give up any explosive runs. 20+ yard runs. Let's have one game where we don't give that up, and then I'll be sold on the defense. And a lot of that is going to be how the perimeter is contained with our cornerbacks. So I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for being here today and supporting the Coach Smook Network. And as always, man, y'all know what to do. When you see me in the streets, holla at me and say, "Put me in the game, Coach Smook." I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be blessed. Don't forget, go subscribe. Roll Tide.
Better go subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe.